What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Jett, and thank you so much for tuning in to the Journey on Jett YouTube channel. I am so excited to be starting a new year with you all, so make sure you subscribe below so you can stay in the loop of what we're doing on the journey. So let's just get straight to it. It's a new year and a chance for you to create a new life if you choose to, or to emphasize on the life that you already have. For me, I'm not starting over this year. I'm starting from where I left off in 2017. And that, for me, is living an intentional life. So today we're going to talk all about living intentionally in 2018. So what is intentional living? Intentional living for me is living authentically, mindfully, and in alignment with who I say I am and what I say I want. So it's me focusing solely on my values, beliefs, and goals. This year, I'm turning off the autopilot. I'm taking back my power, my time, and my ambition all 2018. I'm doing everything I set out to do last year, and I'm actually going to complete it. I didn't make any New Year's resolutions. I didn't set too high of expectation of myself. I'm just ready for action. Done talking, ready for action, and ready to be exactly who I say I want to be. So I created 5 intentional living habits for us to adopt and walk in all 2018. Remember, practice makes perfect, and on this self-love journey, the most important thing is that you show yourself grace. If you F up, start over. So number 1, create a morning routine. Guys, I can't stress this enough. How you start your day is usually how your day will flow. So make sure you start your day before you pick up your cell phone, before you check your timelines, before you check to see if Boo sent you that good morning text. Make sure you thank God first, because he's the reason you're alive, right? Literally, it's become a habit. As soon as I open my eyes, I say, thank you, God, for another day. Very simple. So each day I intentionally create a calming and peaceful morning. After I thank God, I get up and I do my meditation. So this can be very short, very quick, because I know in the morning, some people are morning people, some people have a lot to do. Make it a 5 to 7 minute meditation. I will link below all the meditation apps that I use that have helped me. It's a really dope app because it gives you the option to choose how long you want to meditate, and it also guides you through your entire meditation. For me this year, my biggest thing is peace. Gaining peace, keeping peace, and maintaining peace throughout my day. Check that app out. I'll link it below. And you can also create your own meditation. Whatever you do, just make space to clear your mind and start your day off on a positive note. You don't want to carry yesterday into today. So that's my second part of my morning routine. So next up, we get a little bit spiritual in my morning routine. I have to do my daily devotional. So every other month, I pick a new devotional that I want to read. This month is a 100-day journey to being graceful, showing grace, giving grace, and most importantly, telling God that you're grateful for everything he does and everything he is to you. After I do my devotional, I tap into my prayer life. So like I said, whatever your spiritual beliefs are, I'm sure you believe in a higher power. And if you don't, hey, you figure something out to put in this spot. But for me, I take out my prayer journal and I start writing to God, because sometimes it's hard for me to sit and talk to God because, of course, we don't hear anything back. So what I like to do is I like to write my prayers down, look back over them, and then I say them out loud. It's kind of like a guide to help me talk to God better. So once that's done, I already feel like 10 times better than when I woke up. So I make sure I do a physical exercise. I'm really into yoga, so I try to do a 15-minute yoga flow, stretch my body out, really get my mind ready for the day. And it makes me feel better, because for me, when I sleep, sometimes I wake up, my body is aching, so I'm like, let me stretch it out, and then you're just ready to start your day. So being intentional with your morning will surely shape your days for you to have a great day. So number 2 on being intentional in 2018 is to be reasonable with yourself, with your goals, and with your New Year's resolutions. So often we have this laundry list of things we want to do, be, achieve in a new year, where it drains us out trying to be our best self, which that isn't a problem, but you also have to be reasonable about what you can achieve. So start small. Set that big goal and then set those small steps to achieve it. So for me, one of my goals this year is I want to read 12 books, a book a month. Now, last year, I only read 3 books. So this is a big goal that I'm setting for myself, but I'm setting those small goals so I can actually be able to achieve it. So each day I'm being intentional with reading 5 to 7 pages a day. That's it, that's all. I'm not going over and I'm not going under. This way I know that I can achieve my goal of reading a book a month because each day I'm actually setting out that time intentionally to read those books. So if you say you want to do something but you're not doing stuff daily to actually achieve it, you're not being intentional. So make sure you're intentional with those goals you set. Otherwise, they'll just roll over to 2019 and we'll be having the same talk next year. So number 3 on living intentionally in 2018 is really personal to me because, yeah. So it's make it a plan to smile and engage with strangers every day. And I know this may sound creepy and like really uncomfortable for you, but I'm about to tell you why. So a couple of years ago, I was at work and at least 4 men came up to me and was like, why you don't never smile? Why you look so mean? Like, you're intimidating. You look unapproachable. And this really got to me because I was actually in a great mood that day. I remember this day. I was in a really great mood, and it pissed me off because I was like, what are they talking about? I'm happy. But I wasn't showing it on my face. So I recommend keeping like a little small smile and a pleasant face at all times because you never know like what you'll attract by looking like you want to attract something. If you're approaching every day with a mug on your face or the bitch face as most people call it, you could be missing out on a lot of blessings. So this year, make it a point to smile, make it a point to have like small conversations. Like I have some of my best moments when I meet strangers on the elevator, in the Uber ride, and I smile and I say hello, simply. And I have like learned people's life stories just off doing that. So make yourself approachable and make yourself like open to receiving whatever the day has to offer by simply smiling. Plus, smiling is very healthy for you and it will help you live a long life. So smile a little bit more. So number 4, identify what you want out of each day and identify where you want your energy to flow. I can't tell you how many times last year I kind of just started going with the flow of the day. Like, it was like I would wake up, I had no expectations, no intentions, and I just kind of like let life happen to me. And I refused to do that this year because every time I did that, my day was effed up. Like, I would always encounter somebody where they would piss me off and I would give them all my energy and I would end up having a negative day, or I always would just like end up in situations that if I went into that day intentional, it probably would have went a little differently. So be specific with what you want to come from your day and who and what you're going to give your energy to. So with setting this intention, you are the determiner of how your day flows. Yes, life is going to happen. Stuff is going to go wrong. You're going to encounter somebody that's not on the same vibe and wavelength as you. But because you set the intention at the beginning of the day that I'm going to be positive, I'm going to have a good day, I'm only going to interact with people who are on the same vibe as me, then even if negativity comes your way, you kind of already can block it out and ignore it because you already know what your intention is for the day. So last but not least, one of my favorites is to keep a gratitude journal and document your small victories every day. Like, make sure that you're remembering what good came out of your day. So make it an intention that at the end of each day, I'm going to write down at least one thing that happened to me that was positive. I don't care if it was something as small as I found $1 or something as small as I smiled at somebody, they smiled back. Just make sure you document those things because as the year goes on, you'd be surprised at how much better of a person you become and how much more grateful you are for just the little things. So being intentional with just focusing on the good each day will make it a habit. Like, it will be so much to the point where negativity won't even come your way. Like, and even if it does, you'll be able to deal with it. You'll be able to handle it positively. So one thing that I document in my gratitude journal is if I can go a day without getting mad while I'm driving or in traffic. Like, that's a big, big victory for me because traffic is just like my biggest, like, it's annoying. So if I can go a day without cussing somebody out, giving somebody the finger, or getting upset, I document that in my journal because to me that means I'm getting better. I'm getting more patient. I'm getting more intentional with where my energy flows. I refuse to get upset about something that I can't control. I can't control how somebody else is driving, what somebody else is doing, so I need to focus on myself and direct my energy towards my music I'm listening to, towards where I'm going, and towards what I'm doing. So that's just an example of something small you can document in your gratitude journal. So I hope those 5 intentional living practices will help you on your journey. I'm going to be practicing them every day. Everything I put out to y'all, I'm doing it myself, or I've tried it before. And I just pray that it reaches you in a positive place. We're taking back our power in 2018. We're taking back our time. We're taking back everything that the devil tried to take from us last year. And we're going to have a good year. But remember, it starts with you. You are the determiner of your days. You are the determiner of where your energy flows and where your vibes go. So make sure you choose positive, choose yourself. And I hope y'all have a great 2018. Peace.